Welcome back to building a house every day for 30 days in Minecraft. Today we're on day 29. We're almost done with this series. We're going to day 30. So if you haven't, go back and see the other episodes and buildings and houses we've made. So today we're going to actually be making a windmill house for the Surpass Limits world, or a design that we could maybe use. We'll probably not fully use this design, but at least it's practice for the Surpass Limits world, where we can make a windmill connected to a wheat farm, so to add some, life to the world. If you don't know, Surpass Limits is my survival let's play world that I probably will make a lot more videos on after this series ends, which will be soon this week. And it will also be the series that I will be recording, but I'll also be recording other gaming videos, so hopefully you guys enjoy other games than just Minecraft, because I'm a multifaceted gamer. So anyways, back to the actual video here. We're making a windmill, and the bottom here with the reference has stone, and these windows are kind of like an iron bar design, so that's why I used iron bars there. And then the windmill itself uses some white blocks, so I definitely use some calcite, but it's also on this balcony or deck up here. So that's what I'm building right now, is I'm actually building this deck. And the windmill is a little bit separate from the house. These two buildings kind of interconnect, where there's a bottom floor, and then you go up to that top floor where there's the balcony and that windmill you probably could enter. So right now I'm actually making the base, the foundation for the windmill, using diorite, calcite. I thought about using mushroom stems, but I decided against it, so I'm just using calcite, diorite, and quartz blocks to make this windmill for at least the foundation of the windmill, not the actual windmill itself. And now I'm trying to figure out how I want to add these windows in there, and how I want to add the dark, like an outline for the pillars. I couldn't really make up a design that did the outline of the pillars in the reference, so I just decided to do the windows and did my own design for the windows using the iron bars, and then some spruce trap doors and spruce stairs to get this design. And I am really happy with how that design came out. And then I work on making this dome shape roof onto the top part of the windmill. And then this actually is that last part of the windmill before it goes out and actually has the windmill itself. But I'm actually really proud of this dome roof that I made, because I'm not really good at these dome shaped roofs or these tower like roofs. That's what this is a kind of a small tower on top of this building. So I really tried hard and took a lot of time with using stairs and slabs and blocks to try to make a dome like shape. And then for the bottom here, I also use granite with polished granite for both roofs, actually, to give it more texture to the build and break up the details. And I do that for both the dome roof and also this bottom roof, which is like the main little building. I feel like they will interconnect. You go in from the bottom, and then you can enter from the side there. From the side when you go in. So right now we're working on that, just adding some more texture in that, breaking up the texture, and then I actually will break up the texture for this top part and make the actual windmill itself. So I'm making the windmill itself, and I don't know if this windmill came out very good. I don't think it was the best windmill in the world. I think you can tell that it resembles somewhat a windmill. It honestly looks a lot like a butterfly in the end results, but give me a break. It's my first ever windmill I've ever created in this game. Literally, first ever. I've never attempted to make a windmill in this game. So the fact that I made something that even slightly resembles a windmill is I'm happy with, alright? So, but it does really look like a butterfly, especially because the way they're shaped, they look like wings. But butterflies are pretty too, right? I think though, what I messed up with is that these need to be either the same length or slightly different length, or I'm not sure. It's hard to get curves in Minecraft, especially for a windmill. So I just need to practice it more. So like if I was gonna change anything about this build before I was going to add it to surpass limits, I would definitely change this windmill and probably add more details to the walls of this build, and maybe customize some of the windows on the bottom part instead of them being those iron bars, because I don't like those angled windows quite like how they are. So that's the windmill right there. I do add some more little details here. I try to mess around, and this is where I add the polished granite to add some details and to add those kind of like lines that are in this reference. But overall, I thought it would just make more sense in this build. It would look good in the build, and I think it does. And then the reference does have a chimney in it, so I made a chimney, and I think it does add to the build. And then I add some more windows here that I feel like it needed, and add some more nature to the build and grass around the area, and really give some more life to this build so it's not a static area, and make that wheat farm that I was talking to you about in the back here. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm making this wheat farm. It's a little tiny wheat farm in the back. It would probably be a lot bigger. It'd be a little bit of a different design, but it would be probably a lot bigger in the actual world. But I try to stay in the proportions of my little square I made with the black and white lines. And then I also make a custom tree. But overall, I'm really happy with how this build came out. I think the details I added in here, everything, just the custom tree I make in the back here looks really good. I think it definitely feels complete, and I can't say that about a lot of builds. Obviously, this build doesn't have the interior done. There's parts of the build that I would definitely change, and it's definitely not like done, but it has some sort of completeness to it, and I think that's what I need to do more with my builds. I haven't had really a lot of builds where they feel complete, they feel done, and I mean, you'll never really have that done feeling. But yeah, that's the build, and I hope you enjoyed this build. I know it's not the best windmill in the world, but I think it's still a very cool build, tells a story, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, make sure to tune in to day 30, and subscribe if you're new and you would like to see more videos like this. Peace out, bye.